Welcome to the Talking the Line podcast, presented to you by Talking the Line Sports Media, giving you our best insights and analysis so you can rake in some cold hard cash on your next sports bet. Now sit on back, open up your mind, and let's cash some tickets. We can't thank you enough for joining us. We hope you enjoy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and gamblers, far and wide. Welcome in to episode number 225. Had to double check my notes of the Talking the Line podcast on this absolutely beautiful, here's one thing I know I don't have to check, Wednesday of bets, also known as, so you don't have to check your calendars, February the 16th, 2022. Can't thank you enough for stopping by for the daily dose of rabbit hole diving and electricity that is the Talking the Line podcast. Before we do all of that, please firmly affix your rabbit hole diving shorts, and also, please, smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you are currently ingesting the TTL Pod on. If you are watching YouTube, you might as well hit that notification bell over there as well so you never miss the start of a live show ever again in your lifetime. Or if you're watching on one of our social media platforms, hit that like button, that follow button there, as we do release a bunch of additional shit there. Maybe you don't want to miss it there too. Or if you're listening to the show on your favorite podcast directory, go ahead and hit that subscribe button there too if you haven't already, as we do release the audio of every episode after each live show is complete. Next item up on the docket. You can be so kind, you can find it in your heart to do so. Hey, go ahead, hit that other like button, leave us a comment, leave us a rating, jump on over yonder in the live chat if you are watching live. We would love to connect with you live here on the show. Or hey, maybe hit that share button too. Send it on over to your brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, aunts, uncles, friends, enemies, neighbors, people who live on the opposite side of the damn globe as you, but you would refer to as a good old-fashioned ticket cash and degenerate, because that's what we are here at the TTL Pod, and we can't thank you enough when you do all of those things, because it only helps to make TTL Sports Media bigger and better for each and every one of you. Last, certainly not least, going in hyper speed, head on over down there to this episode's description, where you will locate the Talking the Line link tree. Within that link tree, you will find the TalkingTheLine.com website, all of the TTL Crew social platforms, and our additional content, so you can consume all of that jazz in one convenient location, however and whenever you please. ladies and gentlemen, and beautiful gambling people joining us for episode number 225. I am your humbled, honored, hyped, and always handicapping host, Colton Cap'n Colt Soroka, and I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with me and my partner, get some picks, get some insights, some analysis, laughs, motivation, and most importantly, dive into those aforementioned rabbit holes. Now, my friends, you didn't think I wasn't going to come to the show again without it. It's still on my mind. 2 seamers, 4 seamers, curveballs, and splitters. They will not leave. I will continue to bang this ball on the desk until Rob Man Goofass figures out what he is doing in the league office. I know another man who's going to be doing the exact same, and he sits to my left, your right. I don't know, maybe however you're watching, I have no idea. You know where he sits nonetheless. The man, the myth, the degenerate gambling legend, and folks, help me welcome in the TTL Crew's resident Southsider himself, Mr. Riley RMags Magnuson. Partner, how you doing over there today, pal?
My man, we are sharing much of the same energy over here today, my friend. Look at this bad boy. Not only that, didn't find a baseball, but I've got either my nephew or my girlfriend's niece's leftover Paw Patrol ball that I can act as my baseball over here. I am ready for fucking baseball season, baby. I don't care what I've got over here. I don't have your nice, shiny, red-seamed baseball over there. I am jealous. I wish I did. But, maybe I'll just whip this across the room off the wall, see if I can catch it. Hopefully it doesn't bash up my set over here. But I'm feeling good, dude. I'm feeling good. Maybe we'll talk about a little bit of said baseball so we can get the ball rolling, see if these... What did you call it? A man goof-ass? Whatever you said. It's accurate, dude. What the hell's going on?
I love you, man. You got me fucking dying right off the bat. I love the energy. I love where you're at, dude. Beautiful day on my side of the Windy City. You got a Paw Patrol ball, and that's all I need to see this morning to get me in the right frame of mind. Beautiful day on this side of the Windy City. It's a beautiful day to be alive. Rest is up to me and I'm choosing to spread positivity. Obviously, it's going to be a shit show here today, my friends, and we are going to be having some fun, plenty of laughs, plenty of nonsense, plenty of rabbit holes to come. But before we get into all of that, we got to go back real quick and... Son of a bitch, all right? I ain't fucking with you. Like, this is Bush League. This is Bush League. I like, it's not like, let me pull up the slate for today. Old dart throwing a couple of shots, and here's your picks. I promise you that is not what I do. I spend multiple hours, loads of time, so... I apologize, my sincerest. I cannot believe I went 5-0 in Sunday and completely erased it to 0-5 now here sitting talking to you today. So what am I talking about? Well, we got to recap them. We never hide them from you. Full transparency show. The TTL boys over here. Our best bets from February the 15th, 2022. Oh, man, I am sorry if you guys tailed. Well, not all the way sorry if you tailed, because that old 2 for Tuesday parlay right above us, over yonder, ended up hitting.
Oh, yeah.
And that got us into the green, if nonetheless. Even if you played all 3 of my plays and faded mags, you played that, you got that, or vice versa. Or if you played them all together and played the 2 for Tuesday, you still went in the green. So, a little bit of nonsense. We wanted to be a lot hotter than that, but some bitch, it is what it is. Moneyline Dice, excuse you me, if you so please. 3-0 start to the week. They say, hey boys, you thought we were cold? Oh no, it is time for now 7-2 over their last 9 plays, my friends. They don't give a damn about what we have to say over here. I love them so much.
You see this cord over here? That's what's going on.
Hot, flaming. I love them so much. They're cashing so many tickets. They're gracing the top of my dome piece here today, my friends. So I'm telling you what, I think the dice stay hot. Now, would I take St. Pete's plus 4.5 again? Yes, sir, I would.
Yep.
Would I take Central Michigan plus 1.5 again? Yes, sir, I would. Would I take Providence plus 4 in the money line once again? Yes, sir, I would. All 3 of those plays on a Tuesday? Hell no. What was I doing? Why did I fall into the same traps I fall into every Tuesday? You know, I've said it Wednesday show for the last, 3-4 weeks now, my friends. I've said, hey, Tuesdays, maybe think about fading me. Call me crazy. I'll say that now. Maybe it's now solidified, my friends. Fade me on Tuesdays every other day. Let's rock and roll straight to the pay window. That's all I know, Mags. I rest my case. I'm ready to cash tickets today. Screw these plays.
Yeah, 100%, dude. I mean, get the CLV can for me. The Miami Heat, I caught them 3.5. They close at -6 and lose by 8, I think, outright, man. And we talked about TCU off the show. I would take that pick again. Obviously,
Yeah.
I more so regret not taking a better look at the under. The way I was talking yesterday, 54-51 finish or something along those lines.
Yeah.
No sweat under, man. I wish I would have took that. And then the old Badgers, man, went into Assembly Hall over there in Bloomington and laid it down. Johnny Davis. Supplanting his case as potential player of the year, man. Impressive win, but we're hanging our hats on this all a little 2 for Tuesday over here, man. That was the shining spot of the day.
The 2 for Tuesday for sure. Tennessee and Penn State. Penn State was a sweat and a half, and then all of a sudden they came out of nowhere towards the end, baby. That's what we were kind of banking on. And then also kind of with Wisco, too. Wisco was kind of getting their teeth kicked in, and then they came out of nowhere, too. So there you go. There you have it. Fade us on Tuesdays, whatever you want to do. But what I know right now is that we're about to get back into ticket cash and action mode, okay? So...
Yeah. I feel good wearing this over here, dude. It's been collecting dust in my closet for too many months.
That's why I ripped mine out yesterday, my friend. Had to pull out the flannel. Got a little colder here today, so decided to do the flannel. Also, is it this side? Yeah. Shout out our guys over there, Chalkboard. Shout out our guys over there, Moneyline. Hey, no. Well, I can do that too if you like. I mean, we can get fucking weird. So, all right, my friends. Yeah, as if we're not gonna get weird all this fucking show long. All right. February the 16th, 2022, episode 225. What the hell's coming up? Mags picks. You got 2?
2 plays, 1 NBA, 1 college.
Okay, 1 NBA, 1 college. I got 3. I got 2 college basketball plays. I suggest you bring your hockey skates along, too. I might be a hockey sharp. Who knows? I got 1. The people have spoken. Your boy always delivers, okay? I'm a man of my word. I'll show up with a hockey play today, too. So wait for my picks. I got 3 coming at you. We'll get into double special play today. Wednesday Warrior. We'll knock that bad boy out. We'll knock out the Parlay Pop-Off. One of Mag's picks, one of my picks, the Wednesday Warrior. Recap all that nonsense, and then you know the drill after that. Moneyline Dice roll of the day. The boys are hot. 3-0 on the week. 7-2 over their last 9. We'll recap everything there for them. Let them do their daily roll. I'll snag them right now while I'm thinking about it. That usually blows the top off of the nonsense for today and allows us to segue right into the second half of the show. Even more nonsense, more rabbit holes, more bananas, if you will, slip, sliding, falling all over the place. So get ready to rock and roll for the second half of the show. I promise you there is going to be plenty of nonsense. But let me stop sharing this doggone thing so we don't have any mess-ups here. Let me get rid of this for a second. Ooh, see, hey, Max, I didn't completely close it out, so I don't have to jack with it later. Hey, I'm learning, okay? Now, I'm back on the big monitor. I love the big monitor. Love how we're feeling. Everything's grooving. I can see you up there. Okay, you're looking good. We're looking good. Okay.
I feel like this looks like, if you can't see the White Sox logo, I feel like it looks like I'm wearing like a judge's robe or something over here. Dude. I don't know.
Now that you said that, it puts it in my mind. I'm like,
because you had yours, and it's got like a little pinstripe. I got or whatever it is, like lining. I just straight
Either
black.
way.
Hey, good guys wear black, baby.
I disagree. But either way, the usual. Lift your mugs up high. And to you over there, good sir, I'm not sure you're supposed to take a sip before the cheers, but whatever. And all you beautiful people out there sipping the black elixir of the gods, take your sip, and I'll be back. Oh,
we'll see how today's going. Hey,
fucking hell. Woo!
Write it down. We'll see how today goes. If we have a winning day, then that's what we've got going from now on. If we don't, I will never do that again.
Okay. 100%.
Understand?
Hopefully, we don't have to revisit that conversation, and that'll just be another superstition, little stitious thing that we add. Either way, before we get into that doggone rabbit hole, as per usual, my friends, please jump in the live chat if you would like to have your comments featured live on the show, or you just want us to talk about some nonsense that you'd like to know about. Maybe it isn't even one of our picks. Maybe it isn't even anything to do with sports gambling. Maybe it is Riley's third cousin, twice removed's favorite color, and we got to discuss it. I have no idea. We'll dive into it. He remembers now. Either way, my friends, it's time to flip the screen. It's time to hit this bad boy, and you know the drill. The first segment of the first half of today's show, episode number 225, is now ready to rock and roll. Partner, let him rip. Let him have it. And as always, you have the floor.
Alrighty, my friend. I appreciate you. I'll kick it off in the NBA today. I know you're a little skeptical about this, and I'm sure a lot of people are. I fully understand, but I do like this one. I'm going to the Nets, Brooklyn Nets and New York Knicks basketball game here tonight at Madison Square Garden. Both these teams have been, pretty funky over the last couple of weeks. Let's just say questionable at best. Let's say that.
Yeah.
But what I'm seeing here today, I'm seeing a few people talking about the Nets being overvalued. I call fishy on that. If you heard us talking the other day, and if you heard us talking over the last couple of weeks, this New York Knicks team is as overvalued as anybody in the NBA. This Nets team has found some defense. I'm not saying they're beating the world down with their current defense. I'm not saying that. But over that 10-game losing streak or whatever it was, their opponents were scoring with ease in the 120s, no problem, sometimes in the 130s. Now over these last 3 games, we've got 3 straight covers, first of all, for the Brooklyn Nets, holding down 113, 115, and now 85 to the Kings in their last game here. So some more defensive continuity now that, obviously, this team that we're staring at right now, I'm not saying this is the team that's, take them to the promised land. They obviously want Kevin Durant back. But now they've found some continuity, 2 weeks after losing Kevin Durant, getting James Harden out of the building. They're starting to find themselves with whatever this current team is right here is what I'm trying to say. And this Knicks team is just wildly, wildly inconsistent on both ends of the floor. They continue to be overvalued, and they're without R.J. Barrett tonight, partner, as they've been the last couple of games. They are 3-7 straight up without R.J. Barrett this season. 2 of those 3 wins are the Houston Rockets and the Detroit Pistons. So essentially, that's 1-7 against any team that's worth anything in the NBA right now. 2 of those losses coming very recently to OKC and Portland. So they are losing to some bad teams as well. Not a lot of trends that I can bring to you for this Nets team. The only one that I told you is that one 3-0 last 3. Now that they've started to find themselves on the defensive end, scoring the ball decently well. They got Seth Curry in the building. He actually had a nice game offensively the other night, partner. And without R.J. Barrett, that's going to cause issues. Not a ton of issues, but it's just, obviously two-way player. It's going to hurt them a little bit. Leaning on Evan Fournier a little too much. He had a 29, point game the other night. I don't expect anything near that tonight. They've got a few guys that they're sprinkling in the rotation that can give them some defense. So I really like the Nets today to win outright here at MSG. This Knicks team is just painful to watch right now. If you don't want any part of this, I totally understand, but please do not put your money on the New York Knicks anytime soon. I told you I don't have any trends for the Nets. I'll give you a few for the Knicks. 9-25 ATS last 34 on one-day rest, as opposed to some of these teams on a back-to-back partner on one-day rest. This Knicks team just ain't it. 2-6 last 8 on Wednesday. 1-4 last 5 following a straight-up loss. They have not been a good bounce-back team lately, and 1-6 last 7 overall. So I think they are floundering right now. And you don't want to put your money on this team. I'm happy to take the points with the Nets and hopefully take it to the window. First bet of the day, kind of sharing the old same colors as my squad that I got on my team here. Total coincidence, but I'll give you the Nets plus 3.5, man.
What a coinky-dink we have there. Yeah, you're right. I'm still not sold, my man. But you are right on something else. The Knicks are one of the most wildly inconsistent teams in the league right now. And for them to be favored, start opening at 6.5 down to 3.5, absolutely. I love where your head's at. But if there's any team in the league that can match them for inconsistency, it is this doggone Brooklyn Nets team. And you might have the Yones. We might have to talk about who has the Yones on one of my upcoming plays as well. Okay. But you might have the Yones to get in the boat with a Kevin Durant-less Brooklyn Nets team. I don't, but I love what you're saying. I love where your head's at. I love the Knicks not being a good bounce-back team. So there you go, folks. There you have it. You want to get in the boat with my man. I think it's the right play, but I just gotten burned in this spot a couple of times in the NBA. Brooklyn Nets plus 3.5. Partner, that's number 1. How about number 2?
Number 2, big game out of the college basketball slate tonight, partner. Baylor and Texas Tech. I am juiced for this one. I would have loved to make a play on the spread, but I think that's a toss-up. -2 for Texas Tech. I'm going to the total in this one. 136. Looks like it's ticking up to 136.5. I am more than okay with that. Because I think both these teams finish in the 70s tonight, partner. We've talked about it, man. Texas Tech at home, their offense is a totally, totally different team. 80 points per game scored at home compared to 63 points per game on the road. Actually creates some value because it kind of clouds, the broad view of the judgment. Go ahead.
So you're taking the over 136, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. The graphics intern messed up your pick.
Did I say under?
Your graphics intern messed up your pick. It's okay. I'll talk to him while you're doing your analysis. I'll talk to the graphics intern real quick. Don't worry. Hey, dumbass! He's taking the over. He's got it. Don't worry. He'll fix it.
All right.
No problem. All right. You're all good, dude. It's all good.
Are we on the same page, though? This is what you thought I was doing, though?
Oh, I 100% thought you were taking the over, and then I was just like, wait, did I see that right? So I clicked over there, and it does say the under on the recap, my friends, but he is taking the over 136, and I'm on the same
I just
page.
want to make sure you didn't think I was taking the under, too, and now you're like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
I am going to the over 136. I'm glad you caught that for preceding the reference there. Yeah. So Texas Tech at home, man. 80 points per game at home, 63 points per game on the road. 76 or more, last 4 at home. All against solid Big 12 defenses. I don't care that Baylor's defense is as good as they are. Texas Tech at home has taken care of. Every single team in the Big 12 has a respectable, if not great, defense. And that's what we see here tonight. That's what they've been doing. Texas Tech at home. Baylor, on the other hand, on the road, 73 points per game on the road compared to 80 at home. Obviously not as good as at home, but not that same type of drop-off that Texas Tech sees when they go on the road, right? And just in general, 5 of the last 6 games, 74 or more for Baylor. Within 5 of those are within the Big 12. That other outlier is at Alabama, actually. So 5 of the last 6, 74 or more. And that's home and away here. And the only outlier is that stinker they laid at Kansas. Just wasn't their day. Flat out, plain and simple, just one of those days that wasn't their day. So I see that as a true outlier. I think both teams get the 70. First game, 65-62 at Baylor. That total was right around here at 135.5. Not only did they not lower it, they're keeping it right where it was. And that kind of illustrates to me, when Texas Tech goes on the road, they play a lot slower paced and lower scoring games. At home, it's going to be high energy, high flying game, in my opinion. So short and sweet, I've got 2 trends, and that'll close it out for me. Texas Tech over is 6-1 last 7 at home, and 5-1 last 6 as a home favorite. Baylor 16-6 to the over, last 22 as a dog. Not a ton of spots where you get them in a dog spot. But when they are an over team 100% of the way. So that'll close it out for me, dude. Over 136, not the under. Over 136. Fine with any type of line movement because I think they both finish in the 70s, partner.
For sure. I like where your head's at. I told you pre-show, man, that was actually one of my leans of the day. He says, hey, wait a minute. I'm the Big 12 guy. All of a sudden, I got the total cover for us. Don't you worry. I'm on the over already. So we're doing that, and maybe we talk about that pick here in a little while in the next segment. I don't know, or the segment after that. Who am I? Who's to say? What do I know? What I do know is that your 2 best bets of the day. Anything else you got to deliver or relay?
No, sir. That's all I got.
I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Let me flip the screen here one more time. Hit this baby. And now you know the drill, my friends. Second segment of the day. My best bets of the day, my friends. Okay, hold on. I forgot. Well, okay, here we go. Get me over here. All right, now I got to get this over here. I done messed up, kids. I done messed up. Okay. 3 best bets coming at you today, my friends. We got 2 from the college basketball hardwood and none to do with this bad boy. 1 coming from the NHL ice. Number 1, we're calling this bad boy the Big East Eliminator. And we're going into the matchup between the St. John's Red Storm and the Xavier Musketeers. You know the drill. Wednesday, Big East. I absolutely love it. Some electric games. Shout out our guy Jeff Dawson. He's going to be at UConn and Seton Hall tonight. Shout out. But that's not this game. That's neither here nor there. Right now, we're talking about taking the under 150 in this matchup today. Now, my friends, I originally snapped my eyes right to the over. I said, whoa, 148, 149, 150. Oh, my gosh, I think this is going well over. But everyone and their brothers are on the over. And if you know me, you know the saying by now, my friends. When everyone zigs, I zag, and that is not stopping today. Damn, it feels good to be contrarian. Damn, it feels good to be contrarian. You don't believe me? 50% of bets coming in on the over, but 91% actual money. That is not a sharp bag. That seems like severe monetary liability, if you ask me. Ran my number on this before I dove deep into it and actually looked into some trends and stuff. Got 143.9. So it might get a little sweaty towards the end. They might start to pile on some points, but I don't think it gets anywhere close to going over that 149 if it goes back down to 148 or 150. I caught it under 150, the highest it was at the point, but I love it. I originally liked St. John's at the +8, man, but I'll say something at the very end as to why I don't think the +8 is the right value and that the under is here. There is a reason, too, that St. John's is the 8-point dog after being a 4.5-point dog against UConn and barely covering that by a 1.5 points. I think maybe potentially some slip up happens, but again, I'll talk about that at the very end of this analysis. The under is 7-3 in the Johnny's last 10 overall. They have gone over 150 only 4 times in their last 10 games. Those 4 were 2 battles with Georgetown, 1 battle with Providence, and 1 shootout with Creighton. So I don't see that happening with the defensive style of Xavier. Hell in a Cell, shout out John Rothstein. Speaking of Xavier, under 6-4 in their last 10 games overall. The under is 7-5-1 in Big East play for them so far this season. They've actually gone over 150 only once in their last 10 games. And wouldn't you know, it was also a shootout with Creighton all the way back on January the 15th. Now, the biggest key takeaway for me, and should be for you too here for Xavier, is this point spread. The under, with Xavier as a 7.5 to 9.5 point favorite this year, is 4-1. They are simply an under team when they are a heavy favorite right around this key number. I don't know why. It is what it is. Point blank period. I cannot believe that this number is so damn high. I think it's pretty much because of the crazy start that we saw to both teams' season offensively. They've since come back down to earth. I've been watching the Big East. You know me to any capacity. I absolutely love the Big East. And it's really just all too perfect of a matchup to fly over. Oh my gosh, Big East battle to kick off the slate. It's not all that. It's going to go under. It's not going to steam under by any means, but it's going to be under, I promise you. But you don't believe me? Believe the trends. Under. Talk about this for a sample size. 40-17-1 in St. John's last 58 as an underdog. 5-2 is the under in their last 7 as a road dog. 6-2 their last 8 following an ATS win. And 7-2 their last 9 games played on Wednesday. The under's 5-1-1 in Xavier's last 7 following a straight-up win. 5-2 their last 7 as a favorite, and 5-2 their last 7 Wednesday games played on their home hardwood. That's right, I went that deep. And let me pull that pin out that I said at the beginning that I'm going to finish this one with. I think this finishes right at 75-67. And if you passed basic math in elementary school, that's an 8-point spread. I think the 8-point pushes, and we feel this one right under that over. Sweat-free cash, and all the people that got to get involved in the spread leave crying with tickets in their hand. My friends, get involved with me. The Big East Eliminator. St. John's against Xavier under 150.
I do like it, my man. I like where your head's at a lot here. I get because yeah, you're right. That 8 seems a little too good to be true. I think that's gonna be it. Sweaty as hell, man. I mean, as far as your total, I feel like either St. John's, it's gonna be hell in a cell, and St. John's might not even crack 60, or Xavier's gonna struggle a little bit. That's kind of how I see it. What about you?
100%, man, because
yeah,
the last game it was like 80-70, somewhere in that ballpark, and I think that's why this inflated, because the very game before that it was only 69-60, if I do recall correctly. So right. I think it's a little bit close to that. Like I said, 75-67. I think that spread pushes, and we get this under straight to the pay window. But there you go, there you have it. I must keep this proverbial podcast train steaming on down the tracks with my second best bet of the day. Now these boys, been a while since we got to bring them to the show. Had been a little tentative. I wanted to make sure everything was all good to go with them. But that's right, we're going to the match between the Jacksonville Dolphins and the Stetson Hatters, and if you know it in any capacity, we're taking the Dolphins -1.5, baby. The boys are back. They are absolutely rolling, and Stetson is ridiculously overvalued in this spot. Now, Stetson, $299 per KenPom. And, partner, I forgot to write it down. I'm going to need your help with Jacksonville. I know they're in the top 170s-ish, but I want to be accurate about it. But Stetson, $299 per KenPom. They are 5-7 straight up in at the Atlantic Sun East. Now, that is obviously the 2 divisions of the East. There's 6-6 on each side. They are 5th out of 6 in the A-Sun East. They are not good whatsoever. They're 3-2-1 against the number, their last 6 overall. They covered a 6.5, a 5.5, and a 3.5, all barely. They failed to cover a +5.5 and a favored -2. Well, what do you know? They're pushing maybe potentially if they flip to favorites here. Holy shit, I absolutely love it. And then they pushed a +7. I doubt they'll flip to favorites. None of those were this low. They're ridiculously overvalued. Looking at a rebound from this previous matchup, because these two teams have already played. We'll talk about that in a minute. Now, Jacksonville, hit them with it, partner.
What were you asking? Sorry, I didn't specifically.
Number per KenPom. What are they per KenPom? Because I said
they
299.
190 overall.
190. Okay, so 299 for Stetson, 190 for Jacksonville, and this is a pick'em. Like that's 109 spots for crying out loud, right? So So the Dolphins coming off of a beautiful win against Liberty. I said, hey, partner, I kind of want to go to this one, but I'm going to be easy. I'm going to see if the boys keep rolling. They stayed rolling, and this is not a letdown spot, my friends. They're 5-1 straight up in their last 6-0 against the number in that exact same span. They are rolling right now. 8-4 straight up in the Atlantic Sun East. They're in the exact same division as the Hatters. That is second out of 6. And wouldn't you know, if they get this win today, they could make a move on that aforementioned Liberty team, who's number 1 in the Atlantic Sun East with a 9-3 straight up record. Call me crazy, but I don't think I am. These two teams already played, told you about it. And I told you, partner, I had you laughing earlier, but Jacksonville, they won 57-50, and you probably could have put out the school for the blind and deaf, and they probably would have done a little bit better than what these guys did, and they still won by 7. They shot 45% from the floor, 20% from beyond the arc, and 56% from the free throw stripe. That is nothing but fugazi nonsense. I see nothing but improvements today because they're 45.2 from the field on the season, 35.9 from beyond the arc on the season. That is good for 72nd in the nation from 3 and 70% from the charity stripe. I love them to improve in this game. They beat them by 7 points, and they played terrible, my friends. I'm telling you, this is a huge rebound spot if you can even rebound from a 7-point win for the Dolphins. I think they're going to beat them by 15 points, honestly, here today. But you don't believe me, believe the trends. Jacksonville, 9-0 ATS, last 9 as a favorite. 9-4 ATS, last 13 on the road. Combine the two, 6-0 ATS, their last 6 as a road favorite. 6-0 against the number, their last 6 against an Atlantic Sun opponent. And 4-0 against the number, their last 4 played on Wednesday. Stetson, 2-6 against the number, their last 8 played on Wednesday. A little case of the Hump Day blues, if you will. Jacksonville, 5-2 ATS, last 7 versus Stetson, and 6-1 straight up in the last 7 meetings overall. 6-1 straight up in the last 7 meetings at Stetson. Where is that, you ask, in case you get asked in a trivia question sometime soon? Dellen, Florida. No idea. Couldn't point to it on a map. But what I tell you right now is the Jacksonville Dolphins minus 1.5 is my second best bet of the day.
I like it. I feel like I am familiar with Dellen.
I have no idea where it is.
Anyways, I actually really like it. I actually really like this one, man.
Crazy.
I think this is just a whiff by the line makers on this one, dude. I really do. I really do. Seems like an expert trap, like kind of overthinking the letdown spot factor, man. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, man. I mean, because this is one of the more two notable teams out of the A-Sun, like out of this off the slate today. So, yeah, most definitely, for sure. But I'll keep it steaming. I'll keep it grooving. Third and final best bet coming from me. Lace up the skates, grab the stick. We're going to the ice, my friends. Am I a hockey sharp? I don't know. We're going to find out in a few hours. But the people have spoken, and as always, your boy delivers. You want more hockey content? Well, you better believe I'll get in and I'll handicap it. I ain't never afraid. I ain't never scared. I found a matchup. Minnesota Wild, Winnipeg Jets. You think I'm going to come to this show and tell you what everybody else is telling you? Take the Minnesota Wild on the money line. Take the over 6.5. No, not a chance. I ain't matching what everybody else is doing. I dug deeper. I dug further. I looked to the lines that nobody's looking to, and I said, by golly gosh gracious, we got ourselves a plus money parlay. My friends, listen up. We're going to the Winnipeg Jets. 60-minute total goals under 2.5. Caught it at plus 104. Might be to minus money at this point in time. I put it in my slip at plus 110 to see if I was thinking on the right track. By the time I decided to lock it in, it was down to plus 104. I don't know shit about shit when it comes to this market as of yet. Well, I kind of do. I've been paying attention, just not wagering too much on it. But line movement like that, I simply cannot ignore. Now, obviously, I had to look into the Jets, got into them with everybody loving the Wild, everybody loving the over, but I just couldn't get with them being the dog in this spot. They beat the Wild 2-0 in the last matchup, and as a matter of fact, these two teams play a lot. They played a handful of times over the last 2 seasons, just in general. Last 10 games, as a matter of fact, Winnipeg has not gone over 2.5 in but 3 out of those 10 games. So I think they stick pretty close to that trend, and actually that going over the 2.5, or not going over the 2.5, lack thereof rather, that includes outright wins in regular time and overtime as well. So I love that trend. I know, hey, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I think I know what I'm talking about here. I'm telling you what, Winnipeg, over their last 10 games overall, not against Minnesota, but over their last 10 games overall, They've scored over 2.5 in only 4 of those 10 games. That in their last 2, they had a 3-goal and a 5-goal outing on February the 11th and February the 12th. They actually just played our Blackhawks on Monday and only scored 1 goal. Before going over in those 2 recent games, they hadn't gone over 2.5 since January the 29th. I think they go back down on a little bit of a trend here to where they start scoring less goals. I don't know. Am I hockey sharp? I think so, because I also looked at the goalie matchup. Cam Talbot, he's going to be in net for the old Wild here today. Season, 91.5% save percentage. He has already played this Winnipeg team this year. 96.8% save percentage against them boys. 30 out of 31. Either way, I think he stands tall in net, maybe dances on his forehead a couple times, makes the boys get hyped because he keeps them under 2.5. Am I a hockey sharp? I don't fucking know. But the people speak, and I listen, and I deliver. I think this has a boatload of value, and I will be hammering in for a full unit. I ain't never scared. The Winnipeg Jets. Under 60-minute total goals, 2.5 at plus 104 odds.
I like it, man. Hey, I mean, I didn't even realize that 2-0 game the first time. That second one was a little empty netter action, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I like it, dude. I like it. Hey, you're right, man.
What do I know?
I heard our guy, shout out McGinnis, talking about how he likes the Wild as well. I think it's kind of just pissed off about this 2-0 showing in this one. So maybe take back the...
So... Wasn't particularly imitating anybody in general. My apologies out to every single one of you. I'm sure you're all wonderful human beings, and I love you, Andrew McInnes. You're our guy. Appreciate the fuck out of you. If you're also on the Wild and they miss, I apologize, because I don't know shit about fuck when it comes to hockey at the end of the day. So if I just mushed your play, I'm very, very, very sorry. And send all of your haters my way. It's my fault. It's my fault on this one. I'll take the brunt of it. I got thick skin. Don't worry. But, yeah, I think that's the best side. I think that's the best value. I wanted him as a puppy doge, but I said, hell no, it's just going to be a low-scoring affair because everybody thinks it's going over 6.5, and ain't no way that's happening here today. All that being said, no real trends. Trust me, I'm a hockey sharp. All right, here we go. Here we go. Those are my 3. All right, let's keep it moving, keep it grooving. Let me get myself back over here and situated for the special plays of the day, my friends. Oh, that's right. I said special plays. It's time for the Wednesday Warrior and the Parlay Pop-Off. Okay, here's the drill. NBA team for the Wednesday Warrior this week. People also spoke. They said, hey, we want more NBA. We want some NBA value. We want to dish it out. The man himself has been dishing out. The man himself has promised to dive deep. The man himself said, holy shit, I like this team. What do you think? We passed up about 15 potential options, my friends, and we come to this conclusion right here, right now. So, partner, I yield back, and I ask you to tell the fine folks out there, how in the hell did we come to the conclusion of today's Wednesday Warrior?
Alrighty, today's Wednesday Warrior. Toronto Raptors at the Minnesota Timberwolves. We're taking the Raptors on the money line, up to -1, flipped from a dog overnight. We got the Wolves on a back-to-back partner. Haven't really been diving too deep. Hasn't been the right spots for these back-to-back and rest spots, but I think this is one of them. And the line movement, or the line being set where it's at, obviously Toronto on the road. They've been a solid road team, 7-10 to the number, 15-12 on the money line on the road, man. And they're just a flat-out good team. I know I like them off these. They've got 2 straight losses. I like them in that spot, coming off of looking for a win. I don't expect them to lose 3 in a row, man. This is a really, really good team. And the fact that they're not a bigger favorite, I think, is just the public really, really liking this Wolves team. And honestly, the Wolves are a solid team. But on a back-to-back, and against this Raptors team, we've got Anthony Edwards questionable in this one. That's going to be a big offensive letdown if he's out. Even if he's in, I think the Raptors have more than enough here, dude.
Wait a minute. Did I totally miss you throwing that fucking ball and it did that just go way over my head? Did you throw that ball a minute ago and it totally just bounced around your whole room?
I didn't throw it. It just like slipped out of my hand. I haven't actually been like launching around anywhere. I might do it in the second half here.
I thought it just like totally went over my head. Okay, I wanted to make sure we didn't completely just gloss over something absolutely electric. But please continue on the Toronto Raptors. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't have a ton more, man. This Raptors team has really just improved on both ends of the floor. It's not the same team that we saw earlier on, man. They are right in the mix of this Eastern Conference race, man. The East is stacked, and the Raptors are as good, just about as good as anybody, honestly. Pascal Siakam is playing at a high level to finally kind of, not that he hasn't been throughout the last year and a half or so, but kind of getting back to that fully efficient, being an actual reason the team is winning games on both ends of the floor. So I think that's, and again, him specifically, whether or not Anthony Edwards is in or out. If Anthony Edwards is in, that's a tough matchup for Edwards, man, as far as Siakam is concerned defensively. So I like it a lot, man. Give us the Raptors money line.
Most def, I love it. Nothing else I can add on top of that. You're the resident NBA guy. There you go. There you have it. We both love it when we're agreeing on an NBA play. Tends to be it makes it to the pay window. So hammer it in, my friends. And also, hammer this in, too. It's the Wednesday Parlay Pop-Off, my friends. And the 3 legs on that bad boy, you know the drill. The Wednesday Warrior, Toronto Raptors on the money line. One of our Mags picks, we're taking the over 136 in the Texas. It's funny, you put the under on the Parlay Pop-Off, too. The Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Baylor Bears over 136. And then we are going to my Jacksonville Dolphins, -1.5. You parlay those 3 bad boys up, you're getting plus 567 odds. That's right, my friends. Now, how might I have seen... Oh, go ahead. What do you got?
Oh, no.
You got anything?
Sorry.
Oh, you didn't have anything? Okay, I thought you... Oh, I'm going to take a sip of water.
If I was saying... I might have been... I'm trying to think in my head. We need something like some rallying cry behind the Dolphins, dude. We love them too much, and they're too badass.
I feel you. I feel you there. Now, how might I have known that the old under was here in front of me? What might I be looking at here? I don't know. Who's to say? Maybe it's the TTL Crew's best bets of the day recap. Who am I? Now you know the Wednesday Warrior. Now you know the Wednesday Parlay Pop-Off. Maybe we just go right on ahead and recap everything. So there's my fucking... I love how you looked away as soon as I did that, too. There's my fucking dolphin battle cry, bitches. It's time for the TTL Cruise. If you guys thought I was fucking... had any shame at any point in time at this point, I mean, you might as well just fucking, hey, try and embarrass somebody else, motherfucker. It ain't gonna be me. TTL Cruise best bets of the day for February the 16th, 2022. Some bitch. Hold on. Here we are. Okay, now, my friends, if you would so kindly. Whoa, hey, here we go. My friends, if you would so kindly, rip out your sports books, pull out your pens, papers, pencils, whatever you need to take stock of the TTL Crew's best bets of the day, and turn your attention to the top left portion of your screen right next to my head for RMags picks today. He's going to the NBA hardwood to kick things off. He's taking the Brooklyn Nets plus 3.5, and then going to the college basketball hardwood, taking the Baylor Bears against the Texas Tech Red Raiders over 136. Ignore the U. It is over 136. Please turn your attention to the opposite side of the screen. Colts picks, that would be me. I got 3 coming at you. I am taking the under 150 in St. John's Red Storm against the Xavier Musketeers. Again, under 150. That is correct. Over yonder, the Jacksonville Dolphins -1.5. And am I a hockey sharp? Who's to know? We will soon find out in the next few hours. I'm taking the Winnipeg Jets under 2.5 total 60-minute goals. Still getting that at plus money. And then in between us, you see the Wednesday Warrior, the first of the weekly double special play on Wednesdays. We're taking the Toronto Raptors on the money line and the Parlay Pop-Off just below that, right down there. We're taking the Toronto Raptors on the money line. Mags picks the Baylor Bears against the Texas Tech Red Raiders over 136, and the Jacksonville Dolphins -1.5. Again, parlayed up for right around plus 567 odds. My friends, the dolphin, terrible fucking dolphins. I see 6 straight plays to be hammered in for 1 unit or whatever you can afford, and 1 juicy parlay pop-off to be hammered in for 1/2 unit or whatever you can afford. Please be who you can afford to be. Do not bankrupt yourself. Having fun, sports gambling, but we will bankrupt. Speaking of, every book on the market with these plays precisely in 7 hours. But before we can, we need you to lock them in, hammer them home, sprinkle a little bit of dough down, whatever you need to say. Just make sure you get today's TTL Crew best bets of the day that are clearly primed for ticket cashing in at whatever the current best line is on your favorite sports book.
Ooh, baby. Any idea where this what this bad boy is called over here in Winnipeg, my friend?
Is it the Center Bell?
If this might be an old picture, it was formerly the no, the Bell Center I think is Montreal.
Okay,
it
that's
had,
what I
It had
thought.
Bell in the name. It used to, and now it doesn't anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, I just see Center up there, so I don't know. That's why I just because I thought Center Bell, but I didn't see it.
Yeah,
So-
Canada Life Center.
Canada Life Center, and of course,
Canada Life
shout
Center.
out to our friends up there in the Great White North, spelling center the correct way. Right, yeah.
Right,
How about that? Who knows? Who am I? What I do know is the people again have spoken, and the crew has again listened, and so have the Moneyline Dice.
Yeah.
And they say, boys, we want to get on the boat too. If you're going to listen to the fans, we might as well. So, hey, we want to lace up the skates. We want to go to the ice too. Please, my friends, get ready for today's Moneyline Dice roll of the day. If this doggone thing would ever react, hot dog, there we go. It is the Florida Panthers against the Carolina Hurricane. How about that action? We will soon find out. Partner your headphone next to your microphone. And we will soon find out, my friends, what all the details are here. But I don't know. I haven't a clue. I know somebody who does. Hey, good sir, what's all the details behind this matchup on the old ice tonight?
All right, dude. We've found ourselves into a pretty damn big matchup here, at least. As far as
Found
games
ourselves
are
into.
concerned.
You sound like fucking me. We found ourselves into a good old matchup here.
Yeah. Two of the top 5 teams in the league this year, man. These are two of the teams I've enjoyed watching the most whenever I found myself watching them. Big thing here, though, partner, that I didn't realize until right this second. So Carolina has already played off of the All-Star break. They have a handful of games under their belt here. I think, actually. So they played last 2-12. I'm hesitating here because the last time the Florida Panthers played was on February 1st. So they've got a big old fat rest coming into this game right now. And they won each of the last. Yeah, I don't know. So this is our hockey talk here. I don't know what the hell the reason for that quite is. I don't know if
they've been off for
issues.
2 weeks. 2 weeks in a day. What
That's
the
what
hell?
I'm saying, dude. That seems like a little bit more than the old All-Star break there. So I don't know what the hell's going on. Somebody can help us out there. We're doing our best here. But
I'm trying.
Florida, yeah, big old break. The last one they were rolling before that. Had a handful of wins and then lost their last game coming into that. They've won each of the last 3 with Carolina, including one this year on January 8th and November the 6th back in 2021. And Carolina coming off a loss on the 12th, which would be Saturday, I believe. Lost at Minnesota 2-3, and they're looking for a bounce back here. A lot of money, it looks like, coming in on Florida. 65% of bets, 87% of money on the Panthers. And the old over-under, 70% of bets on the over, 75% of the money on the over as well. So a lot of money on the Panthers and the over, which is set at 6.5 here. I haven't even said what the damn lines are. Right around
I know, that's what I was wondering the most.
Right around a pick. I just moved. As my eyes are looking at it, it is -110 on both sides here, my friend.
Good.
Just moved a little bit there, and 6.5, as I said.
If we've ever found ourselves a dice roll, I think this would be the one, my
Seriously.
friend. So if and perchance we get the old Florida Panthers, we're just going to stick with the money line because that some bitch is like -270 for the +1.5, and that's just pointless. But hey, speaking of the Florida Panthers, shout out to our gal. I mean, not necessarily our gal, but Katie Gauss. Goss. It's our
guy,
sister. Andrew Goss. Yeah, his sister is in the media for the Florida Panthers. So. Hey, shout out Katie. Hope you have an electric affair. The last time they played, I was watching her page, and it was, what the hell? Steve Aoki. Steve Aoki was playing.
I remember that.
Yeah, so I put there. So, hey, shout out Katie. Either way, neither here nor there. Just popped into my head while I was thinking about it. So, first things first. Are we going to be taking that aforementioned away team, Florida Panthers? Or are we going to the home team? Carolina Hurricanes. I don't know. Neither does Mags, but I assure you, my friends, this cubicle object that be the Moneyline Dice soon tells us all in 3, in 2, in 1.
That was a good shake.
Away team!
Top 5 shake.
Thank you, sir. Away team. Florida Panthers. Shout out again.
Okay.
Florida Panthers. Moneyline or ATS. Are we saying straight up? Or we just go, well, I guess it'll Either way, we're going to the money line. It was ATS either way. So maybe the dice double down. Maybe they don't. Maybe they need a re-roll. Maybe they say, hey, boys, forget all that nonsense. You're taking the Panthers on the money line, but you're also going to go to the total. We're going to give you 2 tickets to cash. We're going to go 5-0 on the week. I have no idea. Neither does Max. But I assure you, the all-knowing, ever-present, ever-powerful, inanimate, non-breathing, non-heart-beating object known as the wild card Moneyline die soon tells us all in 3, in 2, in 1. Under!
Okay, under 6.5. I like it.
Under.
You get down with that.
Wait, double check. Oh, shit. This is always harder than I make
Panthers
it always
in the
harder
under,
on myself.
okay.
I wish I was like one of those girls doing the makeup tutorials and I could. But there you go. Yeah, I guess you haven't ever watched those before. Apparently, it's supposed to. Parents are supposed to make those clear. You know?
Okay. Sure.
Oh, you guys waiting on me? My fault. The dice have spoken. If you want to guaranteed take 2 tickets to the window, not 1, not 3, not 5, but 2 tickets straight to the pay window tonight. No questions, no qualms, no queries. Hammer in right here, right now, per the Moneyline Dice. The Florida Panthers, money line, and the under 6.5 total goals in their matchup with the Carolina Hurricanes tonight.
Hey.
Thank you, Dice. Thank you, Dice.
Stay hot, baby. Stay hot.
Stay hot. Hey, you're either hot or you're due, and they are not the latter. So
No.
keep it moving. Keep it moving. You cubicle sons of bitches. All right.
That baby's on TNT at 6:30 Central Standard Time, partner. That one's shout out the NHL. We ranted about the damn MLB not figuring their shit out. The NHL's making moves bigger than the damn MLB is. For fuck's
Gonna lap
sake,
them
dude.
up. All right, let's see. Flamel 6.5. You know, I always love when people say that. It's like, how
What's
often
that?
do you gamble when you say, I'm taking the North Carolina State Wolfpack plus 1.5? How often do you really actually place that bet? I don't know. Call me crazy. Call me crazy.
1.5.
NHL. You know what I also love, dude? The 0.13 bets. Like 0.13 units. Like, what is that? What monetary value is that? Like, how do you split up units to 0.13? And if you're putting 0.13 of what you would typically put as a full unit, why the fuck you getting involved? You know? I mean, call me crazy. What do I know?
I ain't calling you crazy. I only did that shit for the Super Bowl. And that's because I had a whole fucking 20 list of things. That's the only reason I did it for that.
Yeah,
so.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Either way, there you go. There you have it. Off my soapbox. Florida Panthers, Carolina Hurricane. Seems like this proverbial podcast train is kind of falling off the tracks here at this point. So without further ado, my friends, second half of the show is now up on tap. It's time to get wild. Partner, what's been burning on your brain, melting on your heart, festering on your soul that you have been dying to get out to the kind folks who joined us on episode number 225 of the TTL Pod on this absolutely gorgeous, spectacular, beautiful hump day, also known as February the 16th, 2022.
All right, man, nothing crazy, and then we can dive into a few rabbit holes. I saw
crazy?
this is so interesting though. I don't know if you're not. I guess nothing crazy as far as I don't have a ton of crazy shit. I got one thing that I was willing to bring that we could talk about, and I didn't know about it until last night.
Yeah.
Are you aware of what the hell's going on in the old world of golf? As far as we got some people trying to create a Saudi golf super league. We're basically recruiting some of the biggest names in the damn sport. Trying to drop some
Saudi Super League, you
monster bags. Yeah, dude, like Bryson DeChambeau and Phil Mickelson are rumored to be like legitimately like mulling these offers. I saw it last night on the SportsCenter ticker. Colin Morikawa was talking about it as essentially turning it down because he wants to stay in the PGA Tour. But essentially, we've got like a potential. I mean, you talk. What was it? I don't know if it was last year, 2 years ago. We had whatever, whatever has happened in Europe. Whatever they were trying to do with the soccer Super League, exactly, man. And golf is not the PGA, I don't believe, but some people that are interested in golf have some money that they're trying to throw some bags down on some of the biggest names in the sport, dude. So I don't know exactly what the hell's going on. If this is legit, if they're actually going to poach anybody off like this. The story that I was reading, I don't know what size names, but someone mentioned they might have like 15 guys that are potentially going over. But I mean, I guess if you're like someone that's like the 100th best golfer in the world, like, you know, you're doing well for yourself. But if someone in Saudi's dropping you a $5-10 million bag, you're going to say,
I'm probably going over to play in a Super
little
League.
bit, right? Is this the first you're hearing about this?
Yeah, I had no idea. I had to pull up the old news there to kind of get up to date on what's going on, and that's why I did that. As soon as I bumped into it, finally got down the rabbit hole. Fucking money, dude. And I don't know what I was going to say is I don't know shit about shit. Well, I know a little bit about everything in rocket science, but a little bit is the key word in that doggone sentence. And I do know that, you know, Saudi Arabia and Abu Dhabi and those areas got a lot of money, dude. A lot of money. And I know it's a lot of desert, but fuck, they can just build a turf golf course and go for broke. I mean, let's rock and roll. Super Golf League? I'm in. I'm in. Come on.
Especially, yeah, fuck it, dude. I mean, especially if someone's, yeah, 100%. Like, because, I mean, it's a whole thing. Like, obviously, because Morikawa's angle was like, I've dreamt about playing in the PGA Tour my entire life, playing against and with Tiger Woods, breaking his records, and I get that, and he's obviously making shitloads of money. But that's kind of, you know, if you're that good, then you can kind of expect that money. But if someone's giving you a finite amount of 20 million, whatever the hell amount of dollars, sign on that line and you get this money, that's pretty damn intriguing. And if you're Phil Mickelson, let's say him at his age of his career, obviously he's not looking for money necessarily. But it could be a new, you know, he's not exactly week by week competing at the top level of the PGA Tour. Maybe he increases his bankroll and is competing at the highest level in that league. I don't know. You know what I'm saying here?
No, I know what you're saying, and I'm definitely down for it. I mean, as sports evolve, as sports gambling evolves, as everything that's coming, we're about to see a monumental shift, my friends. And let's go down a rabbit hole for a minute.
Before you do, I left off a zero. Reports of Bryson DeChambeau being offered upwards of $200 million. I left a zero off of that number.
I told you they got money. I told you they got money over there, boy.
Continue.
So, I mean, if that doesn't kind of solidify for you that, like, we're just about to see a monumental shift in society as we know it, man. Yeah. Like sports, like that's why we got into sports gambling. I mean, regardless of wherever it takes us. But I mean, we saw that this being the next thing that is really going to take off in society that has always been taboo. But and so many people, and I think we do a good job as Mags of that edutainment of, like, you know, not being the suits, but also knowing what the fuck we're talking about, you know, and not just trying to be in a suit and not having an effing clue what you're just saying, but just a good looking suit, or maybe the complete opposite, having a clue what you're saying, but not having you just have no presence whatsoever. So I think we do a good job at that, but we saw that, dude, and like we saw like what was coming. And I mean, I think over the course of the next year, like where golf's going and how golf and sports gambling start to interlace and the stuff like that. I mean, dude, I'll put it out in the world again. I say we figure out our own hole 16 at the fucking John Deere Classic. I mean, 150%. Anybody in Chicagoland area, we're putting some stuff together. We're going to get something rocking and rolling. John Deere, hey, listen here. Full disclaimer. 2 ways this works out, okay? June 30th through July the 3rd. That's the weekend before they let the boom booms go off in the air and we wave Old Glory around in the air as well. Before that happens, old John Deere Classic coming to town. All right? It's a little bit out there for you in the city goers, but it's all right.
Yeah, straight west.
Fuck it. You get to see some PGA Tour below. Come on. So, gets a bad rap. Gets bullshit. Everybody's like, oh, the John Deere Classic. Oh, what's so good about that? Well, shut the fuck up. Illinois is fun. Slide on over. So, you know how they have hole 16 at TPC Scottsdale. They don't have that at the John Deere Classic. Whatever the hell TPC it is here. So, me and Mags and whoever would like to come along are going to make our own hole 16. Maybe it is hole 16. Maybe it's hole 9. Maybe it's hole 3, for crying out loud. I have no idea. What I do know is we will be there. We have not promised nude or fully clothed either way. Mags is probably out of the boat on that one. I'm still working on the logistics. But what I also do know is that it can work out 2 ways. Either we just started history and legends never die, or we all spend the night in the drunk tank and we just got one hell of a fucking story we can tell on the show tomorrow morning. That's all I know. So 2 ways it shakes out if you guys want to get wild at John Deere Classic. We got a couple months do some. I speak of logistics. We got a couple of months coordinating, and the X's and Y's and the I's and T's, the dots and the crosses. We'll get to there some point in time, but. Just so you guys are aware, I'm putting it back out in the world because I think it's a hell of a fucking idea. And I mean, either two ways it ends, like
I love both.
jail or history forever and a hell of a story.
I just got an alert from my Instagram. PGA Tour just added to their story.
I don't know if they're listening.
I don't know what that means.
If they're listening, but if they're listening, hey, our apologies. Maybe not our apologies. Maybe we're your Illinois guys now. Who knows? You're welcome. You're welcome. PGA needed this. It's what needed to happen. February the 16th, we solidify that we are doing this, but we just don't know in what capacity. So if you're in the Windy City, hop on the bandwagon, boys. The wheels are rolling. Rolling.
Oh, my gosh.
But anything else PGA Tour related, though?
Dude, I mean, as far as all of this encompassing, I mean, we've talked about where it's going gambling-wise. We're already seeing an uptick in viewers in how the markets. But as far as, let's say, another league like that Saudi league decides that they're really leaning into that gambling angle, they can craft their matchup-based tournaments, or whether it's charity events or like The possibilities with golf gambling, and if you just had a non-traditional like PGA Tour or a non-traditional setup as opposed to the PGA Tour, you can do anything and craft it specifically for that, man. So I
100%.
hope that's what they're trying to do, because that would be insane, man.
If you're throwing around $200 million contracts at this point, like at the jump already, man, like I mean,
who knows how legit that is? But either way, I have to.
Either way, who knows what's going on? But hey, coming up tomorrow, maybe we have a blog, maybe we have some shit. I have no idea. Your boy Max Homa, defending champion of the Genesis Invitational, it comes back around the bend. He's already been looking. He's already ready to rock and roll. I will have my Titleist hat on tomorrow. Maybe I'll put on the old Izod polo just to really, get the golf vibes flowing. Maybe just get real fucking wild. I don't know.
Hey,
who knows how I show up on tomorrow's show? What I do know is we got some golf to discuss tomorrow. And Genesis Invitational is back in the bend.
Hey, I'm a homosexual dude. Max Homa, dude, caught me in, dude. I didn't coin that, but that's not an original thing. But I am firmly in that boat, dude. Homosexuals, dude. Him and Scotty Scheffler, dude, cashed some tickets for me this past weekend. Man, Scotty Scheffler got the win. It's gonna be hard for me to stay away from both of them again this weekend, dude. I don't want to homer out about my boys, dude. You in the boat? You a homosexual, dude?
Oh, I'm a homosexual. All right, that's for fucking sure. Yep. That's a new one. I hadn't heard his following called that before. That's good.
Hey.
That's a good one.
I'm not sure. That might be part of my tech or not. I'm honestly not sure. But
okay.
If you don't follow Max Homa, dude, like 100%
solid.
serious,
He's
dude. And incredible. Hey,
solid.
good golfer, but probably best golf Twitter follow as far as roasting dudes, man.
Yeah, he is a funny son of a bitch.
I'll be diving in. I've already been diving in, but I'll be finalizing my deep dive as far as the old Genesis this weekend, dude.
Okie dokie, artichokey. Well, there's something for y'all and me to look forward to, too, man. Fucking Mags is in the green. I need some golf picks. Let's go, dog. Let's go. We're in this business to make some racket. Now, in this business to make some racket. In this racket to make some change. That's what I typically meant to say. I don't know what the fuck I was going with there, but either way. Yeah, I don't know. Either way. It's something we got to talk about, and we kind of briefly, like, I want to go to the NFL just real quick. Just touch on the NFL. Hey, what's up? How's it going? How you doing? Keep moving. Dude, we didn't really touch on it because I was just like, let the Rams be happy, let them live it. Let's go back to the Bengals real quick, okay? And I know I kind of like, what are the Bengals going forward? Like, how much faith do we really have in them? Your boy Zach Taylor just got signed through 2026. He got the bag, my friend. So that being said, I'm a little worried about Joey B. And, okay, the Super Bowl, he's fucking on another level mentality-wise in that moment. Anybody in that moment, if you're a competitor of any type and you get any type of injury, you're not coming out of that game. Unless your fucking leg is literally decapitated, you're not coming out of that game. Right. So I don't know, and we didn't dive too deep in it, but I don't know how truly injured that knee is. Who knows? Who knows if it's actually something or if it's not? Because the way he went down and freaked the fuck out, like, who knows? Obviously, it wasn't the same knee, but, dude, if they can't get him protection, how confident can he be behind that offensive line? And how confident can you be as a fan or as a bettor or whatever capacity you are, maybe just a Joey B fan? And how confident can you be that he's not going to get injured again? Because, I mean, if that's how the Super Bowl is going, holy smokes, here we go into next year. And I mean, they they spent the bag on a lot of skill players and just not that offensive line. And if they want to have any type of success going forward, they're going to have to spend some money on that offensive line. But the problem is they got all those skill players now that they're going to have to pay them too at the same damn time. So I'm worried that the old Bengals turn into the Bungles come up next year. Am I crazy?
I don't know as far as, I don't know if we need to be saying the Bungles. I don't know as far as that. I hear your concerns, man. They are fully valid because they have to be investing in the offensive line in some capacity, 100%. And if they don't, that's honestly criminal. If they don't. But as far as thinking the next 5 to 10 years, obviously they want to keep Joe Burrow. That's without saying. Obviously, go ahead.
So it is a strain or a sprain. Whatever, MCL or whatever. He doesn't need surgery, but it is a sprain. I just look at that update. How about that?
But it's a concern, man. That is interesting. You have to invest in that offensive line because you're going to keep Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase together for the next 10 years, but that's going to cost a lot of money. And T. Higgins, 100%. I have to imagine they want to keep T. Higgins around, but it's really tough to pay 2 receivers while also building the team. So essentially, they're going to want to build up that offensive line. But I think their defense over the next 5-10 years, once they have to start dropping these bags like that, man, their defense might be miserable because if they've got all this money invested in Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, which they absolutely will, and it's going to be a lot of money, and you want to get an offensive line there too, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. Maybe you get one nice piece or two on defense, and that's a wrap, man. You're going to have some holes over there.
100%. I completely agree with you, and that's. I'm glad that's what you said because I kind of echo pretty much everything that you say, and it could be in some serious trouble. They could be in some serious trouble.
So, yeah, if they're able to hit the jackpot and get the right offensive lineman for the next 1 to 2 years while all these, Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow and Higgins are all on their rookie contracts, then they could be very dangerous, right? But then after that is when it becomes questionable for sure. And then obviously hitting the jackpot or even, making the right moves is nothing for certain by any means. Nothing for certain being the key word in that sentence, my friend. So, another little bit of update that we didn't really talk about either. Speaking of the Rams, their offensive coordinator, Mr. Kevin O'Connell, he is now coming to our division, the NFC North, and going to be the head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, which I'm very surprised that they just didn't have Zimmer Jr. slide up in that son of a bitch and ready to rock and roll. I mean, I don't know. I just surprising they just didn't do that. I mean, I think they were just ready to move on.
Nepotism's finest league is what it is, my friend. Like, come on, let's not throw any bones about it. But hey, Kevin O'Connell, I'm interested to see because with that offensive mind, dude, coming in. I mean, forget Kirk Cousins, but with all the other offensive weapons they got, I'm very interested to see what they can put down.
100%, man. I mean, they're an interesting team, right? Because they've got a decent front office. They are always at least in the conversation of maybe they'll be good if they make the right moves. But are they committed to Kirk Cousins? Honestly, I saw a report before we went on the show, man. Deshaun Watson is going to be looking at potential options to go to. Obviously, still got a lot to iron out there. But the one name that I saw in addition to a different one was the Vikings, which
what's up?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. So I have to imagine that's a little too soon to be making those moves and ideas. But I really hope that man does not come to the Minnesota Vikings into our division. That would not be good for us.
No, sir. Wouldn't you know? I just clicked into the baseball. We're rapid firing here today.
Okay, let's do it. I love it.
We're just keeping it moving, keeping it grooving. Hey, your thoughts on NFL, and we just keep it going because I again echo a lot of what you're saying. So. MLB, wouldn't you know it, that in but 10 short days, spring training should be starting. February the 26th, my Cubbies were set to play the Dodgers in the beautiful Arizona, 2:05. So, looking like that's not going to happen, my friends. Just wanted to let you guys know that's what's up going there, because, yesterday's was supposed to be pitchers and catchers, and then we just get to rocking and rolling. So, not looking great, not looking spectacular. Not really sure if I can't speak all too much on it. You want the latest and greatest? I follow Jesse Rogers, follow Jet Passan. I mean, those two guys are up on every single thing. They're the best in the business. But I mean, it's kind of concerning. February the 26th. That's gone.
Everything I keep seeing is just okay, well, maybe we could figure something out if you guys met more than once an hour a week. That's the issue right now. It's I don't remember who tweeted it out. I don't know if it was Buster or Jet, but it's free to talk. It does not cost any money to talk. What the hell are we doing, man? Do you want to play a fucking season or not?
100%.
Or at least get started before June, July? What are we doing? I don't get it.
150%. I have no idea, and it's looking like it's going to keep getting pushed back further and further as it goes on. So, just to give you a little bit of perspective there, my friends, I just stumbled to see if there was any MLB news to talk about, and it was like, oh, well, hell, shit, February the 26th. That's definitely probably not going to happen here today, my friends. So, there's that. We'll just keep it moving. We'll go ahead.
Before you get in there, I'm looking at little NL Central Division odds. Cubbies at plus 1,200. How are you feeling about that?
I mean, that's a slap in the face, if you ask me. Y'all can pound sand on all that. We got some good-looking fellas, and old Stroh wouldn't be coming to the Windy City if old Stroh wasn't confident in what the motherfucker. He was breaking it down with the pitching ninja. He's throwing 3 different types of fastballs this year. I can't fucking wait. He was also breaking down his curveball and his different type. Oh, dude, it was nasty. It was nasty. Can't wait.
To help you out, dude, from a legit, and not that you need to help, but to kind of like give my opinion on this, from a legitimate gambling standpoint, I'm not saying that's the only play to make, but from the point that I think they're probably going to sign at least 1 or 2 more legitimate names, dude, I think that plus 1,200 isn't a bad look for your Cubs to win the division, man. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, you give me your thoughts. Like, you probably feel pretty good that they're going to sign at least 1 more notable person, right?
I would venture to say that they're 150% going to sign at least 1 more notable person. I don't know, man. Riz is still taking off-season BP in his Cubs batting gloves. Like, just quit fucking with me, you know? Like, I went to put on a Cubs shirt the other day, and I forgot that it had Rizzo on the back. I forgot that my Cubs jersey I wore on Monday or yesterday had Brian on the back. Like, I don't know what to do. All of my Cubby clothes were bought in anticipation that all of the core group was going to stay around. Now, pound sand. I don't want to see Anderson behind. Oh, there ain't nobody on it.
Just a big fat blank one.
Just a big fat blank one just in case whatever the hell happens. Yeah, I got a little too invested, jumped the gun. Thought the core group was going to stick around for the future, but no, I think one of them comes back. I think it just Riz is still like just seems way too invested in Chicago as a city in and of itself. Not fuck the Cubs, just Chicago in and of itself to not come back. I don't know. Call me crazy. I have no idea. I also thought that he was going to be the last one to fucking leave when I wrote that blog about a year and a half ago. So that worked out. He was the first one sliced and diced on the block. That one made me look just absolutely terrific. And first guy I wrote about, I was like, oh yeah, Big 44 is probably staying put. Don't worry about him at all. First guy, next day, see you later, gone. So I think it's a slap in the mouth. Plus 1,200? Are you kidding me? It's not back to the year of the GOAT. No. I refuse to believe it until I see it. But well, who knows? Maybe we see it.
I mean, we still got some dudes that are big names on sign.
It doesn't matter to me. I've been dealing with winning baseball since I was a kid. We won a World Series. Well, like, what more could I fucking possibly want? I won a World Series as a Cubs fan. Like, that's electric, bro. That's electric. It's the best thing ever. What else you got? Anything MLB?
I mean, unless you want me to list you some of these big names. I mean, Carlos Correa, Chris Bryant haven't been signed. Freddie Freeman, who knows what he's going to do.
Come back home, boys. Come back home.
Castellanos, Clayton Kershaw.
Come back home, boys. We need you. Come back home. Yeah, we'll see what happens, dude. Who knows if we even have a season. We got to get to a season before we can even find out where the fuck these guys are playing. NBA, I'm not the guy to talk about that, but anything latest, greatest breaking we need to know about NBA there, partner?
I mean, nothing crazy, man, but just the races that are going to be in the Eastern Conference it's electric, man. The East has never been this deep. The Toronto Raptors, we just talked about them. They're the 7th seed right now. They're only 5 games behind the Heat and Bulls. Shout out our Bulls, tied for first right now. Still, DeMar DeRozan absolutely balling, but yeah, man, this the Eastern Conference playoffs is going to be an absolutely electric affair from the jump, man. I mean, even the play-in games, you've got Toronto, Brooklyn, Charlotte, and Atlanta as the 7 through 10 seeds. A couple of those are flawed teams for sure, and we'll see what happens with the Nets if they can break back out of that once Kevin Durant gets back, if it's in enough time. But dude, the East is going to be absolutely electric. I got to give credit to you, man. I don't remember exactly what you said as far as the Phoenix Suns earlier in the year. It's like, are we crazy to think that the Suns can get back to what they just did and do it again? And I was like, I think the Warriors are there, this and that, but the Phoenix Suns are freaking good, man. And shout out to you for seeing that they weren't going to fall off, because not that I thought they were going to plummet back to the obscurity by any means, but I didn't think they're 47-10 leading the damn NBA, dude. They're really, really good. Yeah. And Grizzlies are fun, man. I gotta now selfishly pat myself on the back, took their over right around like 40 wins or something like that. They're 41-18. Hell, I didn't even realize how close I might be to actually cashing that in this next week or two, man. Good grief. Okay.
There
I
you
just
go.
got myself
Talk down
excited,
some
but
rabbit
hey,
holes.
yeah, Grizzlies are electric, dude.
I've been trying to get involved in the NBA, man. I just, with where we have our show early on in the day, it's just so hard to get involved in the NBA, and like just the way line moves. It's bananas, man. It's just bananas. And I've tried. And there's certain spots like the Raptors and shit like that, and we'll definitely dive more into the NBA slates, or at least I will for certain, and I know Mags already does, but I'll try and find some value. But man, I murdered it last year, and I just have not seen the same value across the board that I have this year. It's just not the same. I don't know why.
Dude, I keep having these last 2 years. I keep having these incredibly hot streaks like the end of the last couple of weeks of January, right before the trade deadline. And not only did the trade deadline kind of screw that up a little bit, but you also now the last 2 weeks you have essentially Macho Man Randy Savage. The cream has risen to the top and is separated from the bottom of the pack.
The cream rises to the top like the percolating on top of the coffee. I, Macho Man Randy Savage, come to kill all that stand in the way of my cream rising to the top. Please continue, sir.
100%. I wish I could have done it, but yeah, you nailed it. But you know what I'm saying, though? Like, these good teams are actually starting to look really good, and these bad teams that have looked bad all year are just flat out bad now, and they're going to be in the Tankapalooza now. So
Oof, yeah.
it's because I looked at you and said the Celtics are the hottest team under the sun right now, but they're laying 12.5 on a back-to-back against Detroit. I think they take care of that number, but on a back-to-back laying 12.5, I mean, I'm not trying to get involved in that, but you know, we're seeing a lot of those on a daily basis, man. And last week or the week before, favorites were just murdering, and that's why.
You know, I think that's why, dude, because I'm more of a dog better than anything, right? And number
favorites
two,
are just murdering
yeah, right. And number one, and number two, like, I just don't lay chalk. I just don't, like, you give me 7 points or more in a basketball game, whether that's NBA or college basketball, like that or more, I really have to start like questioning about taking favorite. Like, I don't know what it is. I just can't bring myself to lay that chalk. It's just like starting at a disadvantage, like giving the other team you start and it's like 8-0. Like, I just can't, like, I can't wrap my mind around that. I would rather have 8 points and let them dumbasses catch up. Like, I don't know. I'm just not a favorite bettor. And sometimes if you like the other side, go ahead and take the favorite. But the way my betting brain works, so I can't lay substantial chalk unless it's the Longwood Lancers. I'll lay the Longwood then. But outside of that,
I mean, that's baked into it.
that's baked into it. And it's in everything. So, okay, NBA. We talk about college basketball all the time. There's nothing crazy quite yet. Actually, hold on a minute. Hold on, because I did have somebody ask us, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
And yes, we will be doing the TTL March Madness bracket challenge again this year. It's fucking quick, fast, and in a hurry, Papa. It's only February, but we only got 2 weeks left. But shit, a week and a half left, for crying out loud. There's only 28 days, my friends. Let's not forget this is a short day, or a short month. So we'll be doing the March Madness bracket tournament again. We'll do 50% charity, 50% to the winner of the pot. As always, if me and Mags win, we'll probably give it back to charity. Either way, outside of that, I'm trying to think. We'll probably just do it like the same way we did with the Tournament Challenge app.
Just got to pick a charity, basically.
Yeah, pick the charity. We're going to do again, get everybody signed up. So, yeah, we'll do that again. I don't know exactly. Selection Sunday's 24 days away, whatever that is, 24, 25 days away. So, quick, fast, and in a hurry is coming around the bends, my friend. So get ready for that shit. We'll talk about all of that as far as when Lenardi gets a little bit closer to like the finalized bracket and go through bracketology, and we'll dive deep into that because obviously we can talk about educated about that shit for the day is long. So we can dive through that, guys. So you guys get plenty of value all the way through March because we sleep in May, my friends. You better doggone believe it. Outside of that, let's see here. MMA this weekend, UFC is what I should say. I'm trying to see. There is a card. So they made it Johnny Walker against Jamal Hill, which that'll be a scrap. Yeah. That's a nice little main event scrap. They moved Rafael Fiziev and RDA, Rafael dos Anjos, the battle of the Rafaels, if you will.
Yeah.
That is going to be on the UFC 272 card, so look forward to that if it doesn't get canceled. Seems like every fight featuring RDA for the last 6 times has gotten canceled. Either way. And then outside of that, Kyle Dowk is fighting Jamie Pickett. That should be electric. A lot of no-name guys that you might not know about, but there's going to be some doggone scraps on this card. So, as per usual, I'll have this bad boy, the old blog, pumped out for you guys coming Saturday. I'm probably going to do it a little earlier this week, so might have a little earlier drop. I don't know who's to say, who's to know, but we'll have that. We'll get that knocked out. And then Mags will probably have that. Speaking of, have a little golf. Maybe have the blog coming out. Maybe have some stuff. Maybe just have some extra shit on Twitter. Who knows? Make sure you check that out. And outside of that, nothing really in the NHL either. We're just trying to see if there was any late breaking news. Nothing major. I guess Jack Eichel just slid on over to the old. He's been with the old Golden Knights for a while. Outside of that, nothing. Nothing crazy that I can really see. I wish my old Habs were still doing the same thing my Habs were doing last year. That way I could just be a buffoon.
We need a team.
But...
Hey, we're not jumping ship off of our Blackhawks, but we need a team. We need a team to kind of bandwagon here for the rest of the season, dude. I don't know. We might have to do some consorting on that one for sure.
We'll take a look around what the hell's going on around the landscape, you know? I mean, I don't want to be a stooge and go for like a Toronto or, you know, not to hate anybody from Toronto or Tampa Bay or Pittsburgh or Colorado.
I like Toronto, man.
Maybe Toronto. I don't know. Well, I guess Tampa Bay's top of the old Atlantic in the East there, so maybe Toronto's they're number 3 behind Tampa Bay and Florida. Maybe they're a nice little third place horse we can get behind here. But I don't know. I feel like a homer with Toronto. Like they're a great team. The Habs weren't supposed to do what they did last year.
That's
you know,
fair.
I like getting behind that action. I don't know. Maybe. The old Caps, even the Caps are in the Metro right now. They're in the 4th. I don't know about that. It's the St. Louis Blues. They've been quiet. Who knows? Blues come out. They've been quiet. Who knows? But I can't really get in the boat, especially when it's the St. Louis Blues. I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
I don't know. I like Carolina, dude. I like, honestly, I like Carolina and Florida, the 2 teams we talked about for the dice roll. Like, legitimately, I like those teams this year.
Yeah, I do too. We'll see what happens. We'll dive deeper into the NHL as the days roll on and the weeks roll on here. Outside of that, before we dive into a few TTL announcements, any other late-breaking news, anything in between, partner?
Last thing, curious on your thoughts, dude. Our boys, the Illinois Fighting Illini, laying 3.5 at Piscataway, New Jersey, Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Yeah, what do you got going on over there, dude?
Accidentally unplugged myself. Pardon me. Charging my phone. Okay. My fault.
Illinois, minus 3.5. We can't bet it, but I think it's at least worth talking about. That 3.5, man, those Rutgers spots have been like 2.5 for the most part. I guess plus 3 against Ohio State. They were plus 2.5 against Michigan State. Now it's 3.5. I saw 4 earlier on in the day, but 61% of bets, 91% of money on Rutgers. That feels like public dog type.
Yeah, because it's at State Farm. No, it's at State Farm.
No,
right?
It's at Rutgers. But those ones that have been Rutgers have been. Like 3 it's like 3 or like 3 or 2.5 or 2.
Well, I don't know. I'm the wrong counsel to consult on this bullshit because I told you a week ago or whenever it was that was probably the last time we were going to get any type of value on Rutgers, and then they go on the road and take care of business at 8. Like
at least at home, I think you're right.
Yeah, is that it now? Like that? Like
I think it's public dogs. I think they're a public dog, dude.
Like that last cover was just kind of bullshit to get everybody back in the boat and like, oh, now they're a 3-point dog. We got to take them again.
I think so, man. Illinois, I mean, what is Illinois? Coming off, they had the loss against Purdue, kind of quietly beat Northwestern by 7 at home over the weekend. Right. I think they could smack. They beat them 86-51 at Illinois the first time around, dude. I don't think this is a matchup for Rutgers. I could be wrong. We can't bet it, but I wouldn't be laying a unit or 2 on the old Scarlet Knights tonight. I wouldn't.
No. I would. I don't know that I would get all the way in the boat with the boys. But
right.
If I'm going anywhere, I'm laying it or I'm not playing it with the Illini. 150%. 150%. Yeah. Appreciate you bringing that up, even though we can't bet it. Thanks a lot, JB. We appreciate you keeping us safe.
Hey, I think the rules are shifting here in the next month or so. Online registration is coming back pretty soon. I know that.
So I know that, number 1. Number 2, baked into that whole can't bet on Illinois collegiate programs is no Illinois casino either. So I wonder if they're going to do that, like, because other states have that casino, and like, granted,
like you can show up. You mean?
No. Like they have on the app, they have a casino actual part to where you can play blackjack or hold'em or 5-card stud, whatever you want to play on there, which is my bread and butter. I see. That's how I grew up getting into gambling, or basic table games.
Sure.
And I would absolutely fucking love it. Now, the average human being can get into a lot of trouble playing those games because they're very addictive and you can just bang for sure. So is sports gambling. And I'm not bankrupt, so be who you can afford to be. But for the love of Gingy, please give us the casino. Yeah. Please give us the casino. Oh my gosh, I would play blackjack all night long.
I thought so, 100%. I thought you were going to a different page. A few months back when I saw that they were changing here first week of March or whatever, I do believe they're changing it. So we might, obviously this doesn't really help us personally, but I do believe you might be able to show up at a casino live and in person, and you might be able to bet on these Illinois teams. Don't know why you can do that, but not
so
online.
It would just be brick and mortar. Well, come on. Think about what you just said and think about what we talked about earlier. Why would they else want you to go to a brick-and-mortar facility in Illinois that is a government-regulated building to go in to only be able... Fucking motherfuckers that want to bet on the fucking Illinois college teams, and they'll go out there, and then, shit, we drove all the way out to Des Plaines to go hammer this fucker in. Might as well stop and have a couple of beers. Oh, here's $15 out the window. 3 beers later. Oh, shit. Might as well stop at the blackjack table. Fuck, throw 200. All of a sudden, the porcelain prince has got his pockets lined again. Don't get me down this fucking rabbit hole. This doggone guy. This doggone guy and his damn rules mess with my life, man. My gambling and my pot skis. I tell you what, leave them be. Leave them be. You can have your hands in everything else. Leave them a be.
Last one, and then we'll get off this soapbox. Another team we cannot bet on, but Northwestern only +6 at home against Purdue.
Wow.
That seems a little fishy.
I would honestly kind of get down with that +6 to tell you the truth. I don't know that they've...
That one's closer. I don't see money, but 52% of bets on Purdue.
Purdue hasn't been spectacular on the road, man. I mean, they haven't been the world beaters that they have been at home. So, I don't know. That's what I'm thinking about. I don't know. Call me crazy. Okay, there you go. There you have it. That's all I got. A couple TTL announcements. Tomorrow, you can catch me on Jeff Dawson's show. We shot him out early on in the show here today at EC Sports Invest, East Coast Sports Investors, on YouTube, Facebook, and EastCoastSportsInvestors.com. You can catch me on his afternoon show tomorrow, 1 p.m. Central, the Midday Market Report. And then you can catch Mags on Friday, same time, 1 p.m., same show, Midday Market Report. Catch us there Thursday and Friday, weekly. Speaking of additional content, we'll talk about it either this upcoming week or the week after. Wise Words Season 3, Episode 1 is going to restart. We just got other shit going on, background, this left and the third, and you know, maybe figuring out what the fuck we're doing before we dive into some additional content, a whole new season of some shit would be a auspicious idea. So either this upcoming Wednesday or the Wednesday after, we will restart Wise Words Season 3, Episode 1, but we will tell you for sure before either decision is made. And then outside of that, Cup of Joe on campus, that'll stay rocking and rolling. Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. Central. If you didn't hear this week, we got special guests joining us. 2 special guests. That's right, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. their time. So a little teaser for you. Who'll be joining us? I don't know. Who's to say? You're going to have to tune into Cup of Joe on campus. You don't have to be there early. If you got to knock the sleep out of your eyes about 9:30, roll on in there about 9:45. See him at 10 o'clock. Absolutely slide on over. We appreciate you being there either way. My UFC blog come out on Saturday, maybe Friday. I'm going to skip on the CBB blog today. Skip it today and tomorrow. It's a big slate. It got some other shit we got cracking too as far as to take care of. Either way, no CBB blog today or tomorrow. But then we'll have that back on Friday. And then outside of that, stay on the lookout if Mag's got anything coming out. And then to follow us on all of our social media platforms or anything we got coming out, stop by TalkingTheLine.com or the Talking the Line link tree in this episode's description. Partner, what else you got?
How about it, dude? I'll have that blog out for tonight for golf blog for the weekend of golf. How about it?
Okay. I like where your head's at. There you go. There you have it. So let me make a star here. Make myself a note. I just thought about something. Bang, bang, bang. Okay. Lock and load. All right. Any other late breaking news? Anything you else got on your side of the screen for us? Send us all out of here with some motivation minutes of the day.
Let's see. I don't believe so. Nothing. Cowboys might have to pay a little $2.4 million settlement to certain people. Go do your own research. We ain't gonna dive into that.
DYOR, like they say in the NFT space. Now you got me fucking intrigued, just like everybody who else says some shit in the NFT space, except this isn't that. But of course, Crypto Colton has to give his daily PSA. Well, Whoa. Hello. Let's not dive down that rabbit hole. That'll, jeepers creepers. What do you know?
Oh.
As if it wasn't already a clusterfuck enough down there.
Yeah. I'm seeing some.
star.
Zion Williamson could require a second surgery on that right foot, dude. I hope. Just give us Zion, dude. Fix him up. Get him back. I want Zion bad, dude.
So, like,
I want him bad.
Have they not officially shut him down for the season? Like, what's the point at this point? Like, what's the point of even thinking about bringing him back? I mean, we're over 3/4 of the way there at this point in time. Like, we're through the All-Star break. Theoretically, what kind of a run are the Pels going to go on to where he's going to need to be a contributing factor on any type of a playoff run?
Right. They're the 11 team. They're a game out of that 10 because we still got that play-in tournament, right? 7 through 10 matter. Not the playoffs, but it does matter. They're a game out of that, but that doesn't mean it's not the playoffs. First of all, you're going to get your ass kicked by whoever's the 7 or 8.
Playoffs.
Exactly. You're going to get your ass kicked if you do find yourselves in there. So yeah, I agree with you, man. If he's not ready to go within the next month, shut him down, which it does not appear to be. We'd already know if he was. Yeah.
Seriously, if you ain't ready to go this week, shut him down. There's just no reason. There's no reason. But yeah, it does suck because they're watching him.
I love him, dude.
Yeah, watching him grow up, play high school ball, watching him at Duke, everything all in between. Dude, fuck, are you kidding me? I digress. Had to wet the whistle. It's time for my favorite part of every single show. I don't know if yours or anybody else out there, maybe just one single person. I have no idea. But I will continue to do it either way, my friends. The final segment of the day. My Motivation Minutes. I'm gonna smack you right in the fucking face today, alright? This is a quote from the legendary Christopher Walken. I'm sure you heard of him. I'm sure you've known about him. Time here or there. He said one time, if you simply knew how quickly people forget the dead, then you'd stop living to impress everyone else. If you simply knew how quickly people forget the dead, you'd stop living to impress everyone else. What more do I need to say? I say it every damn day, guys. Get busy living or get busy dying. Fuck what everybody else thinks. Give them the blades at the end of the day. That negativity, that toxicity, let me get something straight to everybody out there. That morning quote that I put out every morning from my Twitter, I don't do that for me. I don't do that for a like, for a retweet, for a comment, nothing. I do that because a lot of people in this world open up Twitter as the first app of the day. That's the first thing that they look at of the day. And I like to be that one maybe tweet out of the sea of a bajillion negative other ones that is that one positive light, that one thing that might change that one person's day out of 100,000 that reads that same tweet that might get them in a different mindset. And what does that have to do with the price of corn? Nothing at the end of the day, but it just shows that it's okay to be different. It's okay to not buy into what everybody else is doing or talking about or the snake oil they're selling. Dare to be different. Dare to walk to the beat of your own drum. Because, I've said it before, all the best people are insane. For real. I'm a big Alice in Wonderland fan, a big Mad Hatter fan. Seriously, all the best people are completely fucking bananas. And, I even said it during this show. If you are embarrassed or afraid to stand up and talk in front of people or afraid that somebody's going to make you look stupid, forget that shit. Forget that nonsense, man. It don't matter at the end of the day because guess what? They ain't going to give a shit about you when you're gone. Thinking even about a loved one. Even about a loved one that you lost maybe recently, like how often you just they escape your mind even, right? Think about somebody who you don't even care about dying. You don't give a fuck about that. Hey, you're right on next day. The beat goes on. Da-da-dum, da-dum. We're into the next thing, my friends. That's his life. That's what it is. And number two, there ain't no 2-bedroom caskets, Papa. There ain't. They ain't out there. I ain't found them. If you found one, let me know because I ain't found them yet. Last time I checked, they don't bury anybody else with you under 6 feet deep in that wooden box. So maybe stop worrying about everybody else. And I love you, Max. I love you to pieces. Ain't no slam on you. But at the end of the fucking day, I don't think they're burying your happy ass in the box with me. So you need partners. You need relationships. You need people. I'm not telling you to shut everybody out. But at the end of the day, walk to the beat of your own fucking drum and don't let anybody tell you you can't. And if you're trying to fit yourself into a group of people or into a situation to, oh shit, I gotta make sure everybody in the sports gambling industry likes us, or oh, I gotta make sure everybody at my corporate job likes me. Fuck that, dog. If they don't, I got 2 words for them, and they ain't happy birthday. Throw them at them. Pound sand. Eat the blades. Catch the flaming arrows. Crack them over your knees. Fuck them all at the end of the day. Because if you simply knew how quickly people forget the dead, you would stop living trying to impress everyone else. And that does it for my motivation minutes of the day.
I like it, my man. You were right. You slapped us in the face with it. But, yeah, the way you explained it was perfect. I mean, if anyone else trying to explain that explains it in the wrong way, it could definitely be taken in the wrong context. But you did a good job of making sure that was not the case.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you, my man. It is what it is at the end of the day. But, hey, their thoughts are not your thoughts. Your life is not their life. I've said it before. Start living your life. Stop living it in chains. Unlock the lock with the key that's in your back pocket. There you go. Officially, my motivation minutes of the day. Okie dokie, artichoke. Any last late-breaking news that came out before, in between there and my motivation minutes last time I asked you?
No, sir. Not a damn thing. Going to be a slow news day, I bet.
I would have to imagine here, but why not? Let's throw a little bit of extra vibes in the old ticker there. How about that, action? Nice. Had that floating around in there. Just saw that in there. Why not? A little extra vibes. Okay, so there you go, my friends. It is a terrific day to be alive. The rest is up to you and me, and I'm choosing to spread positivity, and I hope you do out there as well. But to the rest of you degenerates, gamblers, and everybody in between, far and wide, for myself and Mags, thank you so much for stopping by episode number 225 of the Talking the Line podcast on this absolutely beautiful Wednesday of bets. Hopefully, we cured your midweek blues if you did have a case of those. We might have had a case here or there, but hey, we got those just left them at the door on the way in, my friends. Ain't none of that here at the TTL Pod or any content you will ever find the TTL crew doing. You want negativity, you want toxicity, go somewhere else, because you ain't going to find it during the mental vacation you come for here. Nothing but positive. Paw Patrol, baby. Nothing but positivity around these parts, baby. Speaking of, from the bottom of our hearts, guys, seriously, thank you. Thank you for allowing us to come up here and be goofy every day and spread our energy and sharing your time and your energy with us. It's more than we could ever ask. It allows us to chase a dream and a passion every single day, and ultimately, whatever road we go on or go down, or wherever we end up in the next week, month, year, wherever, we will always continue to bring this energy. We will always continue to do this for you guys, and we hope you guys continue to stick around. To this point,
it's what the kids want.
It's what the kids want. It's what the kids want. Seriously, but honestly, guys, seriously, thank you. It's what the kids want. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Your likes, your shares, your views, your subscriptions, your retweets, your comments, everything in between. We see them, we see you, and you allow us to keep doing this every single day. So thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. So what the kids want, and they want to have a spectacular day, and you should too. Have a spectacular rest of your Wednesday, unless you have any other plans. And as per usual, get all of today's best bets hammered in. Make sure you follow us on all of our tracking platforms or at talkingtheline.com in case we have any ads, so you can say right alongside me and the legendary Riley RMags Magnuson at the end of every single show, let's cash some tickets.